Are you moving to Northern Virginia and you're looking for a town with highly rated schools, a great place to raise a family, and some of the most beautiful homes you'll find anywhere in Northern Virginia? Well, Aldie Virginia may be exactly what you're looking for. In this week's video, I'll share with you 5 things that you must know before moving to Aldie, Virginia, and we're getting started right now. Boom! Hey everybody, it is David, your favorite realtor. As always, you know it, it's another beautiful day right here in Northern Virginia. And if it's your first time here on my channel, please hit that subscribe button because every week I release videos what it's like to live, work, play, pros and cons, top neighborhoods, basically everything that you need to know about living right here in Northern Virginia. So Aldie has exploded in growth and popularity this past 10 years, but especially since the pandemic started in 2020. Aldie is a suburb of Washington, D.C. However, it's like 40 miles away. So living in Aldie is definitely not a commuter's dream, but with working from home being kind of the norm now since the pandemic, Aldie has attracted so many families these past couple years. So what's attracting so many families to Aldie? Well, a few reasons. One, highly rated schools. So if you got the kiddos, you're gonna love Aldie. 2, it's a fantastic place to raise a family, no doubt about that. And 3, Aldie features a lot of upscale neighborhoods that has some of the most beautiful homes you'll find anywhere else in Northern Virginia. However, Aldie is not for everybody. Aldie is a very family-driven area. So if you're 29 years old, single, and work in DC, I definitely would not recommend Aldie for you. But with that being said, let's get the video started right now with the first thing that you need to know about living in Aldie, and that's gonna be the location. So Aldie is located in Loudoun County. It's gonna be right next to like South Riding, the Ashburn area, and Leesburg. And Aldie is gonna be like 11 to 16 miles away from Dulles International Airport. And then Aldie is gonna be about 37 to 41 miles away from Washington, D.C. So we'll say this, if you're gonna live in Aldie and work in Washington, D.C., I probably would not recommend that unless you only have to travel there maybe once or twice a week at the max, because it's gonna take you a long time to commute all the way from Aldie to D.C. So just keep that in mind if you're considering Aldie as your future home. So one thing about the location of Aldie, half of Aldie is gonna be rural farmland, which actually includes the historic village of Aldie. So if you're a history buff, go check that out. And then the other half of Aldie is gonna be developed neighborhoods. And the major road that you'll be traveling a lot in Aldie is gonna be Route 50. This will take you like to Chantilly, the Fairfax area, and all the major highways, so that way you can get around all of Northern Virginia. Now, one of the biggest cons of living in Aldie, there's only actually one shopping plaza, and it's nothing fancy. It's called Stone Ridge Village Center. So keep that in mind if you live in Aldie. So if you wanna go out to like nice fancy restaurants, activities for the kids, or just some entertainment, you may have to drive to like Leesburg, South Riding, or the Ashburn area. And I've done a ton of videos on those areas as well. And speaking of videos, as much as I love making videos about living right here in Northern Virginia, what I love even more is helping folks just like you relocate to Northern Virginia. So if you've been thinking about moving to the area, reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Just know I got your back when you're moving right here to Northern Virginia. Next thing that you need to know about living in Aldie, and that's gonna be the homes. Of course we gotta talk about the homes. So Aldie, I believe, has probably some of the most beautiful homes in all of Northern Virginia. And there's probably a few reasons why. One, Aldie is a much newer area, so all the homes are a lot newer and they're in upscale neighborhoods. And since they're in upscale neighborhoods and newer, they can have the latest design trends. So how new are the homes in Aldie? Great question. So believe it or not, but 65% of all the homes in Aldie were built after the year 2010. And then 93% of all the homes were built after the year 2000. And 2000 is not that long ago. So imagine if you took a time machine back to the year 2000 and went to Aldie, it'd literally be farmland and a couple of houses here and there. Now let's talk about pricing. The average sales price of a home in Aldie is gonna be $944,000. So it actually makes Aldie one of the most expensive towns in all of Loudoun County. So let's compare the average price point in Aldie compared to like Ashburn. That's where I personally live. I've done a million videos on Ashburn. Well, the average sales price of a home in Ashburn right now is $750,000. So it is almost $200,000 more expensive to live in Aldie compared to Ashburn. So I mentioned earlier in the video how Aldie has exploded these past couple years in popularity and growth. So I looked at the average sales price of a home in 2019, the last full year pre-pandemic. And back in 2019, the average sales price was $653,000. Compare that to now, where it's $944,000. So the home values have shot up 44.5% in Aldie compared to 2019. That is a crazy number. But I even personally remember helping families relocate to the area back in like 2018 and 2019. And everybody wanted to move to like Fairfax, Herndon, Ashburn, South Riding, maybe Sterling. But Aldie was never on their list. But now, people relocating to the area, Aldie's always super high on their list of places they want to relocate to. So let's talk about townhomes. So the average sales price for a townhouse in Aldie is gonna be $650,000. And then you're gonna start off in the low $500,000 price range. That may be like a 3-bedroom, 3-bath townhouse, maybe 1,500 to 1,800 square feet. And then they go all the way up to about $750,000. And that would be like a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,200 square foot townhouse. Now, one thing about townhomes in Aldie actually features no luxury townhomes. And when I say luxury townhomes, I'm talking about townhomes that are like $900,000 and above. Maybe has an elevator. They usually have a massive rooftop terrace. You're not gonna find those at all in Aldie, but they're in abundance in the Ashburn, Brambleton area and Leesburg as well. Now let's talk about single family homes. Well, the average sales price of a single family home in Aldie is $1.25 million. And they're gonna start off in a low $800,000 price range. That may be like a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,000 square foot house. Probably won't have a basement. And it goes all the way up to $2.5 million. This would be a 6-bedroom, 6-bath, maybe 8,000 square foot home. Maybe even custom built with all the bells and whistles. Now, what I believe is the sweet spot for a price range of single family home in Aldie is probably that $950,000 to $1.1 million price range. This will get you a fantastic single family home, 4 bedrooms, 4-bath, 4,000 square feet in a beautiful upscale neighborhood. And speaking of neighborhoods, next thing that you need to know about living in Aldie, Virginia, and that's gonna be the top neighborhoods. Now, the first neighborhood I want to highlight is gonna be Willows-Ford, which is the premier luxury neighborhood in all of Loudoun County. So Willows-Ford is actually the largest master plan community in all of Loudoun County at over 4,000 acres. In fact, half of Willows-Ford is actually in Ashburn. So Willows-Ford is actually the DC area's only farm-to-table community. They even have their own farmers market in the community. How cool is that? Now, one of the best parts about living in Willows-Ford is it has the most amenities out of any neighborhood in the DC metropolitan area, featuring hiking trails, campgrounds, lakes, 2 community centers, an abundance of pools. You have archery classes, cooking classes. You literally will never run out of activities to do. The only thing Willows-Ford does not have is a golf course, but anything else, you name it, they have it. So the price range of homes in Willows-Ford, they're in the low $1 million price range to a little bit over $2 million. But I can definitely say this, the style of homes in Willows-Ford are hands down the most beautiful homes you'll see anywhere in Northern Virginia. Now, the next neighborhood that you need to know about is gonna be Lenham Mill. Lenham Mill is gonna be a luxury single-family home community in Aldie. Now, Lenham Mill is gonna be a much smaller neighborhood compared to Willows-Ford, but still has all the amenities you could ask for: community center, pools, gym, dog park, boathouse lake, and over 300 acres of natural green spaces. Now, the majority of the homes in Lenham Mill were built in the past 5 to 6 years. However, they're actually still selling new construction as we speak. And the average price point of a home in Lenham Mill, very similar to Willows-Ford, is in that low $1 million price range, up to a little bit over $2 million. Now, the next neighborhood that you need to know about, and I believe is probably the best neighborhood overall, especially for the price. It's not gonna be a luxury neighborhood like the first 2 neighborhoods, but it's still an upscale neighborhood, and that's gonna be Stone Ridge, which actually is gonna feature condos, townhomes, and single families. Now, Stone Ridge is actually Aldie's first master plan community, and they broke ground around like 2003 time frame, so it's gonna be a little bit older compared to the first 2 neighborhoods I talked about, but it is a fantastic place to raise a family, and Stone Ridge has a plethora of amenities and activities to keep you and the family busy non-stop. And Stone Ridge actually has Aldie's only shopping plaza with Stone Ridge Village Center. So you have your Harris Teeter grocery store and a bunch of little restaurants, gas station, your bank. So you have a huge advantage living in Stone Ridge compared to other parts of Aldie. And a great part about Stone Ridge, you don't have to buy a house that's $2 million to live there. You can buy a fantastic single family home in Stone Ridge for under $1 million. And you can buy a beautiful townhouse in Stone Ridge for under $650,000. So if you're looking for great value under that $1 million price range, then Stone Ridge may be exactly the neighborhood you're looking for. Do you like having fun with your friends, even the kiddos? Well, guess what? Next on our list is gonna be Wineries. I've talked a bunch about wineries in previous videos, but Loudoun County features over 40 wineries. In fact, Loudoun County is DC's wine country. How cool is that? But I wanted to highlight 2 wineries in particular. First is gonna be Quattro Goombas. I hope I pronounced that right. Now, Quattro Goombas is gonna be a winery that also features a brewery and a pizza kitchen. Oh my God, pizza kitchen. I want some pizza right now. But it's so cool to go there Saturday afternoon with the friends, have a beer, glass of wine, and pizza. Can't beat that. And the next winery, not located in Aldie, but very close by in Leesburg, so maybe a 15 to 20 minute drive wherever you live in Aldie. But that's gonna be Stone Tower Winery. In Stone Tower, it is the crown jewel of all wineries in Loudoun County. And talk about having a great time. There is nothing better than going there on a Sunday afternoon with your friends and family. And not to mention, it's extremely kid-friendly as well. They always have a ton of events, weddings, bands, things like that. So if you end up moving to Aldie or anywhere else in Loudoun County, I guarantee you, you will be a regular at Stone Tower Winery, especially during a beautiful summertime. And if you're gonna invite me, make sure you give me a 1 week advance notice so I can clear my schedule. That's a great thing about living in Aldie, is you get access to all these wineries right in your backyard. Next on the list is the beauty of Aldie. I truly believe Aldie's probably one of the most beautiful towns in all of Northern Virginia. Between the mature trees, the greenery, and the beautiful style of homes that you really don't find anywhere else in Northern Virginia. And I'm saying this from a different perspective. Not too many YouTubers or realtors, for that matter, fly drones all over Loudoun County, but I personally do. And when I was filming this video, I just really noticed the beauty, and I was just stunned and in awe. So if you're thinking about moving to Aldie, I think you're absolutely gonna love the beauty. Everything's so clean and crisp and new. Makes my list of probably the most beautiful places to live in all of Northern Virginia. And speaking of the beauty, I'll leave a link in the description. About a month and a half ago, I did a full drone video of Aldie, so I recommend checking that video out right after you're done with this one. So if you're moving to Northern Virginia, especially Loudoun County, and you have a family, great schools are important for you, looking for a family-friendly place, then definitely check out Aldie. I have a great feeling that you're absolutely gonna love it. And if you want to learn more about living in Northern Virginia, check out these videos right here. They're gonna be great resources. And I'll see you on the next video.